Oscar Pistorius had no mental disorder. Trial hears Oscar Pistorius did not have a mental disorder when he killed his girlfriend, the psychological report said as his murder trial resumed. That meant the Olympic athlete was criminally responsible for his actions when he shot her, the prosecution said. The defense team has said Mr Pistorius was suffering from an anxiety disorder. The athlete denies deliberately killing Reeva Steenkamp. He says he shot her accidentally in a state of panic after mistaking her for an intruder. The prosecution says Mr Pistorius deliberately killed Ms Steenkamp following an argument. Both prosecution and defense have accepted the results of the psychological report. On balance, this was a good day for the defense. The panel of experts may have concluded that Oscar Pistorius is neither mentally ill, nor unable to tell right from wrong, but his own psychiatrist actually said much the same, although she did conclude that he had an anxiety disorder. Besides, we still don't know the details of the new report, only the short highlights helpfully selected and read out by the prosecution. Then the athlete's doctor, Reeva Steenkamp, provided some compelling evidence about the athlete's disability, and the pain and lack of balance he experienced on his stumps. After that, the court heard a highly technical summary from acoustic expert Ivan Lynn. His main role was to raise doubts about the testimony of several neighbors, called by the state, that they had heard a woman screaming so clearly that they could even tell her emotional state. Mr. Lynn suggested that it would have been very difficult, if not impossible, for any of those witnesses, given their distance from Mr. Pistorius' home, to have heard with such clarity. The prosecution will cross-examine Mr. Lynn on Tuesday. Before the case was adjourned until Tuesday, the defense called acoustic expert Ivan Lynn to give evidence in the hope of discrediting prosecution witnesses who said they heard the scream of a woman on the night Ms Steenkamp was killed. Earlier, the court heard from Dr. Reeva Steenkamp, who amputated Mr. Pistorius' legs when he was just 11 months old. He was born without the fibulas in both of his legs but went on to become an Olympic athlete. Dr. Steenkamp testified about the impact of the disability on Mr. Pistorius, 27, and to what extent he could walk without his prosthetic legs. The defense is expected to finish presenting its evidence in the next few days. Ms Steenkamp, a 29-year-old model and law graduate, was shot through the toilet door at Mr. Pistorius' house in Pretoria on Valentine's Day last year. The couple had been dating for 3 months. Mr. Pistorius did not suffer from a mental illness or defect that would have rendered him criminally not responsible for the offense charged, said State Prosecutor Jerry L., reading from the psychologist report. The prosecution requested the evaluation after a defense witness said the double amputee was suffering from generalized anxiety disorder (GAD). Mr. Pistorius, 27, underwent a month of tests as an outpatient at Westcott's psychiatric hospital in Pretoria. He has often displayed his emotions during the trial, and has sobbed and vomited in court. There are no juries at trials in South Africa, so the athlete's fate will ultimately be decided by the judge, assisted by 2 assessors. If found guilty of murder, Mr. Pistorius, who went on trial on March 3, could face life imprisonment. If he is acquitted of that charge, the court will consider an alternative charge of culpable homicide, for which he could receive about 15 years in prison.